get a man to want you for the long term? How do you get a man to decide that he wants you as his wife? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. Today, we're talking about how to get a man to commit to you. Let's go. Hey, you guys, I am Kelvin Troy Johnson, creator of Love Coach Atlanta and the creator of this show here, Secrets of the Mind of a Man. And I help women to understand how men think. That's what this channel is about. I also work with men to help men discover their purpose, power, and potential. But this channel is for women to help women to understand how men think. And I'm going to let you know today. So, in this time that we live in, men have so many options. Now we know we all have options, but men have a lot of things that they could do. All the games that you want, all the things to do, 1,000 channels. We got YouTube, we got all these things to do, and it's all has been customized to us. Okay, listen, it wasn't by accident that movie that you love and the types of movie that you loved on Netflix keep rolling. Okay, because they followed the thing that you liked. The algorithm has followed you and has decided this is the kind of movie that you want, and so they keep sending you the things that you want. Well, you know what? That's the life that we live in, and men have a life that they just everything is catered to us. So how do you just turn that around, and when it comes to relationships, have a person have to commit to only you and want you in their lives? But if you want a long-term relationship with a man, you want to get married, you want a man to decide to want you, then this is the show for you, because I'm going to let go of the juice in this show here. So let's get started. Let's get rolling on it, and let's talk about getting a man to commit to you. Number one is stop playing wife if you ever want the life. Listen, let's be honest, okay? There's an old saying, if you give away all the milk for free, why would he want to buy the cow? You know what? It's true. Like, if you give him all the intimacy, all the sexual attention that he wants, all the things he wants, if you act like you are his wife, why should he treat you, give you the full thing, the full treatment of a wife? Why should he when he's already getting a wife? Now, for some of you guys, you say, you know what? I want to show him what life would be like if I was his wife. Well, you know what? Men don't think that way. That's a woman's way of thinking. I'm telling you, men don't think that way. Men think, well, as long as she's giving it to me, I'll take it, right? But if you decide that, listen, you're not going to be giving away the milk for free, and you're going to close up shop and have him, now that he's tasted what the milk tastes like, you say, look, if you want more of this milk, you're going to have to give me what I want. And you can decide and be able to tell him, articulate to him specifically what it is you want. I understand that everybody isn't in this to get a husband. Some people just want a stable mate in their lives that are willing to go the long haul. But you know what? There's nothing that does that like a husband. Nothing gives you security like somebody who has signed their name on the dotted line that they are going to be there for you. Now, of course, you guys know there's no guarantees or anything in life, but if he signed up for it, he's more likely to stick to it. But so the idea is that, unfortunately, you may have to pull back on the intimacy piece until he starts having the conversation that you want to have. Number two, men operate on FOMO. You guys know FOMO, fear of missing out. Listen, there's probably nothing stronger than the thought of what you might lose. Listen, the thought of losing can be sometimes stronger than the thought of gaining. Now, the thought of gaining is great, right? But sometimes the fear of loss, the fear of you not being in his life, the fear of you walking away, the fear of you finding another guy. That can sometimes be the thing that triggers him to look back and say, wait a minute, is this what I want to lose? Now, you can't do this halfway. Like you can't play play peekaboo with this, right? You have to say this with a straight face and with confidence and say, you know what? I'm willing to walk away from this situation if I don't get what it is that I want. So with a guy, sometimes the fear of loss, he goes through his mind, because this is what guys do, analytical, goes through his mind and look at who you are and what you are to him in his life. And he asks himself, am I willing to risk losing this? Because listen, finding a good person and finding a good fit is something that men want. And we know we know it's hard to find. So he'll ask himself, if I want to, unless I make some changes, like, do I really want to lose this? Now, but the thing is, you have to apply the FOMO to him and in the form of questions and asking him, what is his intention? Where are we going? What do you want? And then you tell him what it is that you want, and you start working on that. And slowly, watch this, slowly start backing up. Slowly stop answering the calls so he knows you're serious, because men are testing you to see if you're serious. Stop answering the calls. Stop responding to the texts. Stop being there just like he wants you to be there. And he'll start getting the hint that you are actually serious about it, and the fear of missing out will kick in. All right, thank you guys so much for listening today. I appreciate you showing up today. Listen, if you love this content, if you want more of this, please hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss anything in the future. And if you want to be a Patreon, listen, we need support. We need you to be a patron. Look, hit the Patreon button. It's all in the notes below. Hit the button and it'll take you to the page where you can donate. You can donate at any amount, and I will, and if you have a suggestion on a show, please, you'll be able to send that to me, and I'll give you a shout out on our shows here for being a Patreon, for helping out the show. So hit subscribe, become a Patreon, and if you need a Love Coach session, hit us up at lovecoachatlanta@gmail.com. Let's do it. You guys have a great day. Great success to you. Peace and love.